Okay, this next lab is called Lab 7 Online Password Cracking. This is not a difficult lab, but it can be time consuming. Okay, so listen, let me explain. Again, do it yourself. You're going to try to figure out how to gain access to a remote system on this lab here. Okay, your administrator calls you to access to a system. The administrator forgot the IP addresses, usernames, and passwords. You got to figure all that out. The guy forgets everything. So you got to figure out what to log in with. Then I want you to retrieve the general purpose RSA keys and the encryption keys. You have to figure out how to do that once you get in. It's not hard. If you type in what type of system it is, retrieve general purpose RSA keys will give it to you. Okay? I'm going to type that into Google. I'll tell you how to get it. Okay? Identify the system and refer to the appropriate documentation on how to get them. It's not hard to figure out. Tools you will need. All tools come pre-installed on Kali. Make an image for Kali and use it. There are Windows equivalents for the majority of these, so if you can find a Windows equivalent, you're fine. Okay? But I would appreciate you use Kali. You need Nmap, you need Hydra. Cool's on there. You don't really need Cool. Cool seems to be very intermittent, excessively intermittent. So you don't really need it, but it's on there. You don't really need it. You need wget in your brain. So you have to figure it out.
I lost your brain.
You all forgot that on spring break.
Yeah.
Figured as much. Okay. So use Nmap to find the system, then use Hydra to break the passwords. But with Nmap, you got to figure out which tool to use. And once Hydra breaks it, you got to whatever tool you use that Hydra worked with, then you need to use that tool as well. Okay? For instance, if you broke the FTP account, what would you get into the machine with? FTP. I mean, it makes sense. If you broke the email password, you would get in with SMTP. So whatever protocol you use, you need to use the appropriate tool for it. Obviously, it's not FTP or email. Okay, the system is located at this network ID. That's the network ID. That's not the system. Scan the range of computers that belong to this network ID where there's only 14 usable addresses in that range. You don't know what I'm talking about? Figure that one out. It's not that hard. We can actually, and I'm actually do a demo here in a second. Hey, anything found outside that range will not be the correct machine. It has to be in that range. Anything else will not be your machine. This machine will have 2 services on it. One of them will be SSH. Don't use SSH. So I put on here, do not attempt to use SSH, as it won't work correctly and it'll give you excessive false positives. The machine you want has SSH, but it will not be the protocol. I realize some of you will totally ignore this, still use SSH, but it won't work. There's always somebody who says, I've been using SSH, it's not working. Don't use it, okay? SSH detects what you're trying to do, and it basically kind of ignores what you do. And it pretends some are right, some are wrong, and you're totally lost. Okay? So use Nmap to find it, and then we're going to use Hydra, and I'm going to demo this for you here in a second. You're going to use Hydra. You're going to use a command line similar to this. Okay? And the way you read this is that's the name of the program. You can use the GUI version if you like. That's fine. You need a list of IDs. Those are the usernames you're going to be using. You're going to create a list of them. Then you're going to use an English dictionary, which is uploaded for you. I think I uploaded English and English partial. I don't know if partial has all of them in it. I didn't check it. It probably does. Okay? I couldn't remember, so I'm like, well, I'll try the partial. It should have what you need. Then V is for verbose. S is the port. F is quit when found. I explained all these down here, by the way. T2 is the number of threads. I would probably go up to about 10 maybe. What a thread is, imagine doing 10 things at one time. Trying 10 accounts at one time. You can go much higher than that, but if you go too high, you're going to kill the system, and then you're just going to start returning junk, and you'll be lost. Okay? Yes, I am. And the O is to output the results to a file. This is the IP we're connecting to, and there's the protocol we're going to use. Okay. Again, I explain all this right here. Okay. Here's where you get wget at. I'm not sure if that's on your machines, but you need wget to retrieve a website to begin with. Now, you got to get the usernames from the website. Okay. If you've done this lab before, don't give the answer away. There's two websites. There's one that's hosted on my own server, but it's a free server. So you know what happens with free stuff? If they detect a lot of usage, it might become unavailable for a while. So what I did was I copied it, and there's also an exact duplicate on this website, which is at Rose State, but that one seems to go down as well. I actually had to contact IT services, and they're like, it's down again. They're like, yeah, you shouldn't be using it. I'm like, but I am. Well, no one's using it. I said, well, I'm using it. So they brought it, but they fixed it. The service keeps crashing or something. I don't know what the heck's going on, but they're the identical website. So use wget. You know how to do that, don't you? Get the website, then find the usernames. They're in there. For instance, like maybe like on past presidents, it would list something like that. Just look through here, okay? This was actually a project from a student made for the Non-Traditional Students Organization here at Rose State years ago. I just used it for this project. So you can, you know, whatever, look at it if you want. But the usernames you need are on this website. You must find them. Okay? So get the website. Don't search any other domains. Don't go any subdirectory. I mean, other than NTSO. Don't go anywhere else. Because like if you were here, like here, you took off the NTSO, you get this page. Don't go here. No, that's not there. Okay, don't do that. You'll just be wasting your time. I'm just telling you that so you don't waste your time. It's not hidden here somewhere. I said you can attempt to use cool, but it really doesn't work great. So try to use wget, and if you can't help you, yeah, it works good. You can use your web browser as well. You can view them all with your web browser, so they're literally viewable on the page. So that's not a problem. So you can do that. Okay, the passwords are located in a file containing for the assignment. They're up there called English. And there's also partial English, which I think will be fine. Save them to your Kali machine and use them, edit them any way you want. The usernames are the complete email addresses. So on that website, you will find complete email. Did anyone find email addresses yet? Yeah, one of you did. Okay. I think I emailed you today. Respond. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't answer you earlier on that. But yeah, the usernames are complete full email addresses. So just use the one I provide to you. Let's see what else. The quiz is going to look like this. What's the IP address of the system you broke into? Obviously, you're going to find it first. Then the command you use to retrieve the keys. Obviously, you're going to have to figure that command out to get the keys. Then I want the first 8 hex values of the general purpose keys. When you see the keys, it's going to give you a bunch of hex values, like 64 of them. Just give me 8 of them. Then I want the second 8 of the encryption key. See, this is the general purpose key. This is the encryption key. Don't submit the second 8 the same first key. I mean, they're literally broken out. It says encryption key, general purpose key. Okay. What protocol did you use? What port did you use? And then what are the usernames and passwords? You're going to have, I think, 20 of these. It's 20 random usernames and passwords. So once you figure out which email address used, because I'm going to tell you, like on here, it's going to say the person is, you know, first name, last name. So if it said your person was Ken Dewey, you would find Ken Dewey's email off that list and you use Ken Dewey. Understand how that works? If your name says Albert Einstein, you go through the list, find Albert Einstein, and use Albert Einstein. So you only need to do 20 of them. Now, for the final, I don't know.
Do them all.
At least do your 20. At least do your 20 first. Okay?
I'm good.
Then there's bonus. The bonus says, what is the username and password for Oscar Higley?
The super secret.
Because this one, I don't think I gave you the username. You have to figure out the email for Oscar Higley. He's used all over. He's used there.
Gets around.
So you got to figure out what the email address is for Oscar Higley, and then you figure out the password. Do the other ones first. Okay? Yeah, it's different. Okay, now let's demo this stuff. All right, let's get out of here.
How many users are there in the system?
Lots. Hundreds. Hundreds and hundreds.
Wow.
I need a VMware workstation. Let's start up this guy. Now, I will tell you that Hydra version 8.1 worked fine. Then it was around 8.2, 8.2, 8.23, and 8.4. One of those numbers somewhere in there screwed it up, and it didn't work. So as long as you have the latest version of Hydra, it comes with 8.6, which seems to be working fine. So,
Is that the image you gave us?
yes. Yep, that's what I gave you. Come on, do it. Now I'm going to demo it with the exact command that I gave you up here, just so you can see how it works. Right there, that's what we're going to use. Okay, so use your machine here. You know, only one person emailed me that this semester, then literally right after disregard to figure it out. I go, wow. No one is complaining to the dean that I wouldn't give the password yet. So I could sit here and type Hydra. Now, if you just type Hydra, once you click in the box, H. I can't really make that much bigger for you guys, but maybe I can zoom in a little. Hold on, where's Zoom? Zoom.
Like that commercial.
Yeah, it's a little better. Move it over here. A little better. So if you type just Hydra, it'll tell you what the top, what the version is. 8.6 should be fine. 8.1 was fine. 8.6 should be fine. It was the ones in the middle, 2, 3, or 4. One of them gave us an issue. I forget exactly which one it was. So I'm going to type in Hydra. Now, if you're using a single user, you just type small l. If we're using a single user, like I'm going to type in ANONIN1MLS, you do it like that. If I wanted to put in a list, I would put the usernames in a file, and I would use a capital L. They got that? It even tells you that right here. Log in with an L or log in with a file with a big L. Same with the password. Single password with a P, file of passwords with a capital P. Yes.
Does that mean we can put all of our names, our login ones in one, and all our passwords in the other, and have both run and just try all of them?
Yes. I already gave you the passwords. So all you got to do is find your username.
Okay.
But okay, say you got Albert Einstein. The problem is there's like 120 versions of Albert Einstein. So grab all the Albert Einsteins, put them in a file, with a password file, and say go, and it'll literally try each one.
Would it tell you which one it was?
Yes, as long as you have the -F, which I'll show you in a second. Okay. Anonymous, then we're going to go, we need a password. Then I'm going to use the -V. Then I'm going to do S21. Then I'm going to do FT2. I'm going to leave the output file away. 165.254.106.220 FTP. And there it goes. It finished. Okay. It came up and told me that with this password, with this site, this username and this password is correct. It stopped working at this point. See that? Then I'm like, oh, so what protocol did I use? Did anyone notice what I typed? So if I type FTP.NA, and that's the same as the address, by the way. I just don't feel like typing the number. Actually, hold on, I gotta do this. Sorry. All right. FTP's not on here? Seriously? No way. Kidding me. Why is FTP not on Kali? Now do it in Windows. Username. I'm in. Okay, obviously it works. Okay. I don't know why FTP is not on Kali. That's weird. But you don't need FTP anyway. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it with the other version. Now, if you go down here to applications, and if you click, where's the all? Hold on. Maybe it's, there it is. If you click here, down at the bottom right there under all show applications, and you go Hydra. There's one called Hydra GTK right here. It's a graphical version for all you slacker people who don't want to type the command. So you put the IP in there, and it's on port 21. And the Atom, what the heck is Atom 6500? Okay, I'm going to do show attempts, and this time I'm going to make a file, and I'm going to use LeafPad right here, and I'm going to call it, we'll do Bob, John, okay. Okay, there's my usernames. File save. Let's just put it right on my desktop. We're going to call it user text. Okay, file new. Did it say? New. And we're going to put in there we go. Those are my passwords. And we'll put that on my desktop. Okay, there you go. I got passwords and users. See that? So now I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go to the passwords tab, and I'm going to click on user list. I'm going to click here, select user, go down here to password list. See, what sucks is you can actually leave that there, and it won't use your file. See that? Because it's still checked to use this one. So if you want the list, make sure you check there as well. Don't bother to try login as password because that won't do anything for you. Tuning, here's where you can put the threads in there. 16 should work. You can go like maybe 10. What's my insert on? Okay. Timeout is how long before they quit. Now, here's something that's kind of important. Exit after first pair is found or exit after globally. See, you're only connecting to one host. So really, if you have all your usernames in one, so maybe you got Albert Einstein and Michael Jordan and all those in one file, and you don't click exit after first pair is found, it's going to find you and keep on going, and you're going to have to go through the results. That's why I did the -O out text, so you can go and look at the results. See what I mean?
But you could do that to find all of them.
Yes, you could find all at one time. You're going to have to go through the results yourself. If you check this, once it finds one, it'll stop. And you'll know. Then you got to go and do the next one. So it's up to you whichever way you want to do it. But I'm going to do that way first. If you need to put any information in here, you can. You have to figure that out on your own. Then you got to click start. By the way, you do have to put something there. Okay, so what it's doing now is it tried Bob with Harry, Bob with Sam, and Bob with this. It's trying everything. Then it got down here and it says, oh, anonymous. Didn't work actually. Log in with anonymous and Harry. Oh, does it actually work? I bet. Hold on. I thought I had to have a valid email address. Did they mess me up? Actually, that does work now. Okay, so that works. No, this is a different system. Totally different computer system. Okay, I'm checking on McAfee's antivirus website. That's not the one you're using. I don't want to try it on the real one because I'll give you the answers of where it's at. So what it told me was once it got down to this one here, which obviously is valid, it quit. See that?
Well, I thought it,
Yeah, but it still showed you the answer at the bottom. Okay, let's turn that one off. Now we're going to do start.
6 valid passwords.
Yeah, because Harry was good, Sam was good, Ken was good, Dunn was good, so all the rest were good.
So all of them were.
Yeah, well, because anything with anonymous is good on that website.
Uh,
Yours, you're not gonna have that issue. What yours will do though is it'll show you the ones that were valid. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm trying a different website. I can't try the real one you're on because of giveaway.
So if we left the auto exit off, it would show all the ones that were correct.
That's what it looks. Well, let's look. No, because these are not correct. But the problem is here it tells you there's 6 valid ones, but it's not telling you which ones are valid. You see that?
Just maybe because it's showing you just one valid, that it doesn't show you the other one.
Yeah, but it's not telling you which one was valid. Yeah, it's showing Harry, but it's not showing the rest. That's weird.
Because it doesn't need to use the rest.
No, no, those are the threads. Yeah. I don't know why it's not showing you all of them. Let's see if there's some other setting we can do. Let's just try that one. It's not like it's gonna kill anything. Okay, so it found anonymous and Harry, which is the first one.
Mhm.
I don't know why it's not showing all of them. Let's try that one more time. Because it's only showing you the first one. So, it's up to you how to do it.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
What if, so I know you can put the output to a file with a -o. That might be your best bet. That way you have the results file. Let's put 2 of them in there.
Well, you can save it to a file though, but
Yeah.
this is just going to save the same stuff.
Yeah, where is
Save outputs.
save output?
It's under the start tab. You go back and it's like right next to stop on the bottom of the option.
Okay. So let me change let's change username file real quick. Yeah, you're in there.
Thanks.
Okay. Where's the save button? Oh, it does right there. Stop. The other way. Save. So now let's try. I want to see what it does now. Yeah, it did. But stopped at dawn. It just didn't check the rest. That's weird.
You check space. You want the space in
Yeah. Oh, is there a lot of space in that file? Did I have spaces in there? No, I didn't.
there.
It don't have any spaces at the end. So it should have been the anonymous ones. So these are all correct, but it should have had Harry then anonymous again. I don't know. That is weird. But again, we're not paying for this tool.
Maybe it automatically.
See, now it says anonymous with ken@here.com, because again, that's also valid. Let's try it with save output. Oh, that's going to save it now that we're done, though. It won't save it while it's running, will it? No. Does it save which one was good? Because we know all of the anonymous ones should be good. Because we know that one's good. Yeah, it is. It's weird. I would still check that if I was you. And there's also one more option. Where was it? Let's do the verbose. Actually, let's not show attempts. Let's try that. Uncheck that. Okay, so we got anonymous and done. Yeah. 3 targets did not resolve or could not be connected. See, it's only showing 1. That's weird.
I'm trying the command line.
Yeah, it should do about the same though, because it's actually running the command line.
Oh yeah, I see.
Unless FTP returns false positives, which it might. Make sure I got a port 21. Do not print mess about connection errors. So we got Anonymous and Harry. Anonymous and Dunn. So it's very consistent. Anonymous and Harry. Anonymous and Sam.
Oh, how it changed.
Oh, you know what it's doing is it's running on threads. If a different thread returns first, that's what it's doing. That makes sense now. But that sucks. That we need a website only one username would work. How about let's try this.
Yeah, let's just try your login.
Let's not try that one. Let's try just one password, okay? That's what it's doing. Those are different threads returning. Okay, so we got Anonymous and Harry. Okay, let's add a couple more. Let's get rid of the second Anonymous. That's exactly what it's doing. Roy, Ken. So now we get a couple extras in there. So it should only show 1 correct. Okay, it did. Did that correctly. Yep, did that correctly. Now this time let's show attempts. Okay, so it stopped. No, it didn't stop. It did all of them. It went through every single one, but then it showed you the correct one at the bottom, which is good. So I guess that would work. But I can't test it with more than one because that would give away something. You can play with it.
So are any of ours going to have multiple passwords for
No, each username only have 1 password. So you shouldn't have the problem I'm having right here because yours only have 1. Shouldn't. But see see this child thing over here? Say right here we have the threads. We have tasks or threads. And so what it did is it sent out child 0, child 1, all the way through child 6 on different threads. And whichever one returned correctly first, that's why we're getting a different anonymous one each time initially. Understand that? Now, since I turned off the whole stop when found, it literally found that one that was good, but it kept on going. Then it did show the correct one at the bottom. So I'm wondering if it would show more than 1 correct one. I don't know. It might. You'll have to play with it. But you can always click this one. Then it should stop immediately once it finds it. Well, since we're only got 6 children, yeah, it's tough. But it's worth it, so it'll find it. It's hard with only just like here. But you see how to use the tool. It's not hard to play with. You need this tab here. Just figure that one out. There is a hint inside this file. You got to find it. There's always a hint in
Do not
something.
use SSH. Is that the hint?
Okay, ignore that hint. This is not the hint. There's another hint. You're going to contact me and you're going to say, it's turning all these false positives. I'm like, okay. Then use the hint I gave you. Find the hint. And you're going to, it's there.
Stego.
No, it's literally, it is on white background with black text. The hint is exactly written like this.
Must be like some, the first letter of each sentence.
It's on that page. In the same size font.
Is it like a,
Literally right in the middle, yeah, so you'll have to find it.
is it on the screen right now?
No. It's not right there either.
No.
You can find it. It's very easy to find. All right.
Question.
Yes.
Okay, so in the explanation, it says that you're supposed to use valid email addresses. Is it possible that there might be an invalid email address in there?
I think the list I give you are all valid.
They're all done, okay.
I'm pretty sure. Because in the past, I had some invalid ones in there and it caused the program. What he's talking about is I give you a list of emails. But there's hundreds and hundreds, isn't there?
Yeah, it takes a while for it to get through all of that.
Right. Well, if you use an invalid one, say you use a username with a space in it, for instance. Let's look what that does. Okay, so now we got some spaces going there, okay? So let's clear this output, start again. Well, yeah, naturally it's not gonna cause a problem. You suck.
Put a space in anonymous.
No, that wouldn't work. Why did it not error out? Maybe they fixed it in the new version. Normally a space in the username caused the program to error out. It literally would give you gobbledygook from that point on. And what people were doing was when they made their username, actually, let's try this. Let's try that.
Here's, remember space worked last time.
Yeah, I can't remember. Something screwed it up. See that there?
Space works.
So, I don't know. But it caused an issue. I'm pretty sure all the emails are valid now. Because in the past, I told the students use valid email addresses. But I gave you examples of like a smiley face and a mailbox, you know, the ASCII characters like a time bomb and a heart. So it's like, I can't get the time bomb to work. Like, is the time bomb a valid email address?
Maybe.
Yeah. But they weren't even checking. You know, they were like, well, you said a time bomb. I said, yeah, but use the valid ones. So they're all valid now. So I'm tired of people. But the mailbox won't work. I know.
I looked for invalid ones, but I couldn't find any. There's some.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all valid.
So,
because I auto-generate those to a Python script, and I'm pretty sure I went in and removed the invalid ones. So you should be okay. All right, any more questions? Not hard to do. And there is a Windows-based program here. It's called, let's see.
You want to unzip it?
Right here. Oh.
Let's send out half.
There should be a Windows version, maybe not. Yeah, THC Hydra is the program we're using. I don't know.
Wire shark.
I don't know. But Brutus might work. I think Brutus is a tool that might work for this. There's a couple different tools you can try. But you need to get to know how to use Kali because you can be using it in security auditing for sure. We're doing Metasploit this week. So you really need that tool. Really, really need it. So, all right, any more questions on this? So how are you going to get the emails into here and the passwords into here?
Copy and paste into the file and save it.
Or you can just bring up your darn web browser. You just bring up Iceweasel. Where's Iceweasel? There's Firefox. Use Firefox. Yeah, use Firefox, connect to D2L, and download the darn file.
That is
So hard. So I can't just type in like D2L. Oh, look at that. I can go right to D2L, log in, and download the file.
That's too hard.
I'm just saying, you know, you can do that. All right. Any questions on how to use this? Is there big Kali running it? Oh, you're not going to mitigate it. Yeah, let's find out where to get Kali from. If you go into the content page of this course, software needed, there should be a Kali Linux link. Yeah, where's Kali? FGH. I didn't. That's right
there
there.
it is.
Why aren't they in alphabetical order? Did I move around? Yeah. This is the one right here I'm using right here. Yep, you should be able to download that one. Oh, by the way, some of you, I don't know who, I always delete them. If you try to download these and log into Google Drive with your personal Google Drive accounts, it won't let you download them. What it'll do is it'll send me a request to give you access to it. Don't, just use your student email. Because it's weird, because even though if I give you permissions to it, it still won't let you download it. We've had such an issue. So if you use Google Drive for your Rose account, it lets you write in and you get a file. No prompts or nothing. Because if you don't use that one and you click on this link, basically it's going to come up here and you're going to sign in. If you sign in with your personal account, it's going to say request permissions, and I just delete every one of you because they don't work. I've had such an issue. So, all right. So there's the Kali Linux you need. Yeah, there's an older version. There's even VMware Workstation if you want. This is the version of Player I'm using right here. Sarah, that might work for you. Oh, did you get yours working on your laptop finally? No? Oh. But I would recommend using VMware Player 12.5.7, unzip it here, and then use this Kali right here at the top. It's all pre-configured for you. It's all set up. You just go. You can use Workstation, but it's going to expire. Yeah. And it's going to keep prompting you. Hey, put in a password or whatever. You can use Hyper-V as well. You can use Hyper-V. You can use Fusion. You can use Parallels. You can use any of those programs. So, yeah, VMware Fusion for Mac. Now, I'll tell you what, Kali through Fusion on a Mac works amazing. It is so quick. So, all right, any more questions? Everybody happy? All right, I'm going to stop this recording.